Hello and welcome to GS1 Day 2024. My name is Robert Beideman, and I'm the Chief Product Officer of GS1 Global. I'm honored to be the first guest speaker of this GS1 Day, where we're going to talk about the importance of identification and of data quality, and where we'll talk about digital transformation, next-generation barcodes that can transform your business, and about how GS1 standards can help to unlock a world of opportunity for your business. The last time I was in Slovenia was in 2018, where we had a wonderful regional meeting of all the GS1 country organizations from across Europe. It was hosted by GS1 Slovenia, and remembering that visit reminded me of how the importance of collaboration between countries, regions, and our global organization is a key foundation of the GS1 Federation, and it's one of the most important things that we offer to the industries that we serve. I do wish that I could be there with you today in person, but it turns out that today's my birthday, and I needed to stay home this week. So, let's get started. 50 years ago, GS1 started a revolution with the barcode. From that point forward, a simple scan connected a physical product to its digital identity. It transformed the retail and healthcare industry. It helped to improve the shopping experience, making supermarket queues a lot shorter. It enabled businesses to automate supply chains, collect more information about products, and become more efficient. The GS1 standards are today the most widely used identification and data standard system in the world, and they truly have transformed the way that we work and live. The simplicity and ease of use is what makes the barcode so powerful and far-reaching, but this simplicity is not the only reason for its success. Another fundamental reason is the community of companies and industries that have decided to collaborate. See, GS1 is a global standards organization and a community of more than 2 million companies, serving some 25 different sectors. It's a community that's based on trust because we are neutral and not-for-profit, we're user-driven and governed, we're inclusive and collaborative. GS1 is a federated organization promoting global standards through local organizations like GS1 Slovenia, serving local industry communities. And it's your commitment and your collaboration that makes the success. So, we're celebrating an anniversary. Let's celebrate this revolution that happened 50 years ago. On June 26, 1974, a pack of chewing gum became the first product carrying a barcode to be scanned at point of sale. This took place in a Marsh supermarket located in Ohio in the United States. You can now hear the beep of a GS1 barcode 10 billion times a day in warehouses, in retail stores, in hospitals, and everywhere in between. Somewhere between 1 and 2 billion products carry a G10. And as the BBC once put it, the GS1 barcode is one of the 50 things that made the world economy. So, it's worth celebrating. But not only celebrating the history, we must look at how we can continue to transform tomorrow. So what we do today is empower industry's digital transformation to ultimately benefit consumers and patients. It's how we summarize our global strategy. Many of the challenges that industries are facing require a profound digital transformation where data plays a central role. For example, in enhancing consumer experience, ensuring product safety and transparency, enabling supply chain resilience and traceability, contributing to patient safety and improved patient outcomes, and supporting a more sustainable and circular economy. Our ambition is to serve this digital transformation by helping companies to more easily manage and exchange trusted data from the most upstream participants all the way up to the consumers and patients, as well as to help industry comply with regulations in the most efficient way possible. Global standards and trusted references are essential enablers to reach this goal of trusted identification and trusted data in a digital era. Now let's dream for a second about where we could all be in a few years from now, in hopes to illustrate our overall vision. Imagine a world where billions of consumers can have instant access to the story behind each product, whether shopping online or scanning a 2D barcode powered by GS1. Imagine that consumers could easily verify the product authenticity. As illustrated here, just by scanning a QR code powered by GS1 with a smartphone, consumers and shoppers can instantly see ingredients, allergens, recipes, rewards, promotions, and other brand-authorized details about where the item was manufactured, perhaps facts about sustainable sourcing, guidance on recycling, easy ways to reorder, other kinds of information. This is technically possible now. It's just up to all of us as stakeholders to make it happen. In healthcare, Imagine a world where patients can be sure the medicines they receive are authentic, where medical steps are checked via simple scans, where their patient record is automatically filled with the history of every medical care, with full traceability of pharmaceutical products and medical devices used. The healthcare industry offers an excellent example of a sector in the midst of an accelerated digital transformation. From monitoring medication to helping prevent the spread of falsified medicines, GS1 standards are at the heart of this healthcare digital transformation. And once again, the technology is ready. It's up to all stakeholders to collaborate and realize the vision where safer, more efficient care starts with a simple scan of a 2D barcode at the point of sale. Now, last slide in this section. Imagine a world with a circular economy, where all stakeholders across the supply chain, from farm to fork, from cotton to garments on the shelves, from the shelves to the recycling bin, can not only perform their operations in a sustainable manner, but can also share product information, sustainability credentials, certificates, with all stakeholders that need them, and ultimately a future where this information is shared with consumers. Imagine a world where ESG reporting by companies is actually backed by traceable, trusted data. The technology is ready again, and it's still up to us, all the stakeholders, to collaborate and realize this vision. Now I'm going to pivot, and we're going to talk about three big topics: digitalization, transparency, and sustainability reporting, which are three megatrends that really matter to all the industries we serve here at GS1. So, navigating the effects of digitalization, transparency, and sustainability reporting in an increasingly complex regulatory landscape can seem really complicated. But focusing on the basics of the GS1 system of standards can simplify everything. See, identification forms the bedrock for almost every digital capability out there. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, doesn't matter how much you're using AI, the things that we harvest, make, move, sell, or purchase, or use, they all need to be identified. Once identified, then we can attach data to those things that have identification, starting to build up trusted connections that become even more important as trade and commerce becomes increasingly digitalized and your needs for sustainability reporting increase. And that's the core of what GS1 does. It's at the core of what so many of our solution provider partners help industry to do as well. Honestly, it's at the core of what GS1 has done for more than 50 years. We've been around a long time now. Now, there are a lot of entities out there, many kinds of organizations that act like digital accelerators, from consultancies to banks to industry consortiums to other standards development organizations, and also GS1. GS1 is a digital accelerator. We can help our members accelerate and to grow successful businesses and to expand distribution and sales while complying with regulation. We can help to accelerate the build of resilient and cost-effective supply chains while maximizing operational efficiencies. We can help our members accelerate to deliver exceptional consumer experiences, all while raising trust. And we can help to accelerate scalable solutions to industry business needs around sustainability reporting. There are some pretty bold claims, so the question on your mind is, very likely, how? Well, we foundationally believe that the identification of everything makes anything possible. And so if you combine that belief with a view into the future, you start thinking about the world we're already living in. Whether you think about your car or a human being and your health, the things that you buy, where you live, everything in the world is going to have a high-fidelity digital twin. Everything. And as time goes by, these digital twins are going to be higher and higher fidelity, more and more precise. If we were to talk about a building, for example, the digital twin of that building will help us to know everything about the materials in the building. If we talk about healthcare, an entire patient record. If we talk about a package or a shipment, or a location or a farm, more and more, there's going to be this very clean, clear, and increasingly trustable digital version of that thing. So that's important because at the core of what GS1 offers to you, we just do some very simple but really important stuff. See, this is it. We help to give things unique trusted identity, and once they have that identity, we help you to connect that identity to trusted data, and then we help companies use that trusted data to power their business. And then we help them share that data with the world. That's all we do here at GS1. It sounds simple, but getting to a future where identification and the data associated with things is truly trusted, that's hard work. But we're on this journey together in service of you so that you can reduce costs, create experiences, grow your businesses, and really help to navigate this increasingly complex regulatory landscape that we all live in. In turn, this allows you to drive up transparency, which is a good thing. It allows you to speed up, which is a really good thing. And to raise trust. Trust in your products, trust in your farms, trust in your facilities, trust in everything that you do. So these GS1 standards and foundational services that we offer, they're not the full answer to any problem that we're facing, but they are essential foundational building blocks for all of the problems and challenges that are on your plate. So how do we do that? Well, things start with foundational identification. We've got this thing called GS1 Digital Link that I'll explain a bit later. We're talking about identification that is globally unique, interoperable, based on open ISO standards. Our system of identification is designed to increase trust. We have and are further developing a standardized language for sharing of data, all kinds of data. That's to help speed up compliance with regulation, sustainability reporting, and other data sharing needs. Then we have a third layer, which I'll talk about, of links to additional authoritative sources of data, where companies can register and that we can connect people to, which drives up transparency. Other sources of data like sustainability information, like a DPP, instructions for use, recycling information, details about ingredients or allergens, claims and certifications, and more. This is all designed to help increase transparency, speed, and trust. And now this is where it's going to turn into audience participation time. In a minute, take out your phones and open up the camera app on your phone. No special app, just the camera. It's not time to scan yet, but I'll tell you when it is. Okay, let's start thinking in terms of platforms. When we use that word platform, we often refer to businesses that focus on facilitating interactions across a large number of users. Your mind might logically think about social media, or rideshare services, or online shopping platforms. Well, when you bring big platform concepts together, well, big things can happen. In our case, the GS1 community has brought together the barcode and the internet. We also work to connect every GS1 identity to the world through a service called Verified by GS1. They're the two things you see right here on this slide. Both 2D barcodes powered by GS1 and verified by GS1 are great examples of platforms for change. 2D barcodes powered by GS1 are particularly a platform of connection and discovery. So let's talk about them. We're already starting to see these in stores everywhere around the world. If you're out there and thinking about moving toward 2D barcodes, hopefully this will accelerate what you're thinking about. So what are these 2D barcodes? Well, for 50 years, this barcode, the old one, it just had a number in it. Now, they'll still exist into the future, but it's just a number. There's no context. It doesn't do much more than go beep at checkout. Now look here, there. This barcode has the exact same number in it, so it still goes beep. But that bit on the bottom of the slide there, it looks familiar, doesn't it? It's something that you type as a web address, and it takes you somewhere. It takes you to an experience. It takes you to data and information that matters to you, hopefully. Okay, now it's audience participation part. Grab your phones and use your camera to scan this. Just the regular camera on your phone. What happens? You're immediately taken to a web page. That barcode would go beep at the checkout, but your phone is immediately taken to this web page, here. And this is a great example of how to use 2D barcodes as a platform for sharing data on the web and with regulators. You scan that barcode with your phone, you're immediately connected to an experience. Try it again. Here's a totally different experience, one that connects you to a wealth of information about claims and sustainability reporting. Try it a third time, and yet another experience. This one focused on certifications and trust. So to sum up, 2D barcodes powered by GS1 are a platform for connection and for discovery. So now that other thing that I mentioned, verified by GS1. This is also a platform of connection and discovery. It's easy to explain if you haven't heard of it. It's a set of global registries of information about all the things that have GS1 identity, with a little bit of data and with links to much more data. Here's how it works. It's a global service offered across 118 countries, including GS1 Slovenia, and you can verify a product or check a location or a party. You can check basic information and understand the company to whom that identity is licensed, and you can get access to other sources of information. So it can do these three things on the screen: product verification, information about where and who, and links to other stuff. So that, in turn, can help all of you out there in the industries we serve start to climb this ladder of trust. It allows your trading partners, the marketplaces in the world, retailer trading partners, your downstream and upstream trading partners, they can all start to use Verified by GS1 to check stuff and to raise trust. And over time, this platform will start to connect users to even richer information. So those two things taken together, 2D barcodes powered by GS1 and Verified by GS1, are really at the core of the GS1 offer. They're what we do, but we do a lot of other stuff too. GS1 has more advanced capabilities for industries that are either at a point where they must comply with a particular regulation, or where doing so and going deeper into their business processes can create clear value. So there are tools like EPCIS, which is a language for the events and the transformations and movements of goods. And there's EDI, and there's GDSN for master data management. These things are hugely capable offerings, but they're not universally used. Where they're needed, the tools are in our toolbox. Some of them have been used for 20 years. But we think it's really important, especially on days like GS1 Day today, to keep it simple. To get started with the simple pieces of the puzzle. Get things identified, get data attached to them, use that data to power your business, share that data where appropriate with the world. And if we're able to focus there, that'll help you all to increase transparency, speed, and trust. And that's what we're here as GS1 to help you do. Raising trust is what's most essential to address the common needs that exist across the entire economy, so that industry can accelerate into a lot of different areas, including solutions for digital product passports, Scope 3 emissions reporting, for certifications, master data sharing, deposit return schemes, really for the entire economy, for all the movement of goods, of money, of people, of patients, of consumers everywhere. So that's it. Thank you all very much for joining GS1 Day 2024 in GS1 Slovenia. I hope that you have a day full of learning and networking, and thank you all for spending these last minutes with me. It made this one of my best birthdays ever. Thank you.